Alright, in this game we have the Celtic Tigers versus the Giants. Or the Niners, my bad. No, I said Giants. As you saw, I think the Tigers were 7-1 and the Niners were 6-2. Oh wait, 5-3. My bad. Man, I'm off my game today. I'm gonna give it to the Tigers. They just have such an overwhelming defense that they usually win. Let me know down in the comments below who you think's gonna win, and let's get into it.
Tonight, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Dublin Celtic Tigers.
From the host to Super Bowl 50 back in February of 2016, there's a look at the home of the 49ers, Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with their opponents. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by the guy under center, Charles, their quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it because they ran the ball some. They threw it accurately. One touchdown pass, so he didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
The numbers on the ground for Etienne last week. 18 carries, 67 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Well, this defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll run with Etienne. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Defense had a chance to get off the field here in the opening drive, couldn't do it.
I know that we go into these meetings with coaches, and sometimes maybe we can get, a little bit numb because they're always going to talk about how important 3rd down is, aren't they? Offense and defense. In this case, one capitalized, and the other, as you said, had a chance to get off the field and didn't get it done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off play action, here's White. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's White. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
Now White. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he's going to come up a few yards short. Brought down at the 45. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Walk the ball of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
They bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They'll be led out by the former number 3 overall pick back in 2021. It's Trey Lance. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The numbers last week for Mitchell. 12 carries, 52 yards.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity and a tone, but the team relies on it. He takes care of the football, he gains yardage for him, chews up clock, and that's been a big part of why they're winning games lately.
Play action, now it's Lance. And that's caught, it's Brian Edwards. On play action, Lance. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Off of play action, here's Lance. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Lance now on 1st down. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lance and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck finding some answers right now. Throwing is Lance on 3rd down. They'll roll him out right. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense ready for their 2nd drive. Just the one misstep for them in the first half of the season. 7-1 is the record at the midway point. And in terms of whatever power rankings you want to go by, they're at or near the top of the list in terms of best teams in the National Football League.
And for me, in my little bit of rankings here, I've got them at the top. I know there's still 2 months to go. We've seen teams get off to hot starts and then fade away due to injuries or the schedule or whatever. But unless there are a rash of injuries on this team, I'd be surprised if they aren't a first or a second seed come playoff time. It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now White. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. To throw, White. Finding Gaskin underneath. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. 5-3 their record at the halfway point, and you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the second half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple of things working against them, and number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult.
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Niners have taken the early lead. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Now the try here for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. Those are the runs the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. White looks to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. And on now is the punter, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's Lance to throw it. Escaping the press, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chase Young, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. .45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Dublin's offense now set to take over. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference. And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. A play fake, now White. And he fires one incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, here's White. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running out of the gun with ETN. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Coming up on 2nd and 7. White. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 18.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. A handoff for Etienne. The tackle by Eric Armstead. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's White. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, White. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Celtic Tigers are an extra point away from evening this one up. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle 3rd of the field. And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it. A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that drive in total 8 plays. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in 1st place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Lance eluding the... And he's going to go down again.
So, Brandon, we sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Dublin's offense now set to take over. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. On second down, ETN once more. Shifts by him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Partner, in our years together, we've never really run into a player that's admitted a doubt or a lack of confidence, right? But right now, I'm just wondering about that interior line, because on defense, they're starting to get manhandled at the point of attack. Do they have it in them to figure a way to reverse the tide? Because right now, they're running the ball at will.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a give to ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And he'll go down at the 28.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Barney sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go, and let's see who's faster.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Operating from the gun, White. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Celtic Tigers have moved out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing.
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Trey Lance of the 49ers set to go back on offense here. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Throwing again on second down. Lance. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. He's got his man. That's Wallace. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
That's a big conversion there on third down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Lance now to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. That's Samuel. Caught left side. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he is going to have a Niners first down. He needed 5. He got it barely as it will officially go down as a game. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. On 2nd and 15 now. Lance. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half. So make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, play your game.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. On 1st down, Lance over the middle, complete. That's Edwards. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Lance looks to throw again. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From midfield, here's Lance. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down. Lance going to try and throw on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And as a result, possession switches hands. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on fourth down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, third down situation, big third down alert, lock in here, fourth down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Nifty move. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Back to throw. White. He's got the first down here inside the 30 and all the way down to the 25-yard line.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
On first down, it's White. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there after the penalty, but remember, it was 1st and 5, not 1st and 10. So now they can keep grinding out first downs, and good things can happen for them. Just 2nd and short coming up.
On 2nd down now, Stanford. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Celtic Tigers are able to add on to that lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Trey Lance and the 49ers set to go back on offense here. And the passing game, I mean, look at the numbers. It's fallen off. When a team is struggling, sometimes you look at the quarterback. When the quarterback starts to struggle, who goes over and picks him up?
Yeah, that's always a big one, isn't it? Usually, there's a quarterback whisperer somewhere. And what I mean by that is, whether it's an assistant coach, whether it's one of his best friends on the team, someone that can get in his ear get with him and say, all right, my man, what do you need? What's going on here? So he's one person he can lean on. He's going to have to lean on that guy right now. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Now after the sack, Lance and the Niners staring up here at a 3rd and long. To throw, it's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Edwards. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And we have seen a decline in the numbers. Where does the fault lie? Just him? Maybe the guys up front? Combination?
Well, as you and I both know, it's almost always a collective deal. But in this case, I think maybe the offensive line got a little overconfident. They had blocked so well in the first half, picked up on what the defense was doing. I think we've seen an adjustment now that they have not picked up on, and now they're being a little bit overwhelmed. You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st and 10, White. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second and 4. Now Etienne. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. So that one will be accepted. On 2nd down, Stanford. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. From the gun, White. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's ETN. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
To throw on 2nd and 6, White. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
But enough takes to start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 16. Looking to throw. White. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10. Now Lance.
Dancing to his left. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Lance looking to throw it.
Over the middle, the catch made by Mitchell. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance.
It's caught. Mitchell. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
2nd down and 6 now from the 42. Throwing now is Lance.
That's into the hands of Wallace over the middle. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Lance going to throw.
Gets it off to Freeman.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding 2nd half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire 2nd half.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Again, they'll throw it with Lance. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield.
The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Second down at 5. Here's Lance. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Wallace.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Lance, he'll buy some time right. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Shotgun now for Lance. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. They get a big amount back, 18 yards, but they'll still look at a fourth down now.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
On first down, Mitchell. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now on second and 13. Lance, left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Edwards. And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line.
Lance to throw for it on fourth down. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Deebo Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the 49ers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, it doesn't feel right. Exactly.
The extra point up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. On second and very short, Lance. Here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agree. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Lance now on first down. He's able to find Wallace. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Here's second and 10. Back to throw again. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Clock rolling here, about to hit 30 seconds. And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Again, it's Lance. Over the middle, complete. It's Wallace. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Here's Lance to throw it. And that will be incomplete with the clock showing 18 seconds now to go. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for second and goal. From the gun, it's Lance. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Third and goal. And keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Able to get there and pick it. So this is something we didn't see at all from this offense in the victory last week. That's a turnover. They didn't have any, but giving the ball away here in the opening quarter.
I love the surprise in your voice because it's exactly what you stated. Didn't see it last week, but it's a key to their win. And it'll be a key to this game as well, protecting the football. Didn't get it done there.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And they'll indeed take a knee. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Dublin, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll have another road date next week with the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the 49ers, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.